So this is Joseph.
Hello.
So tell me what you're doing in your class right now.
So one of my classes, we are focusing on business strategies, how business work, what management areas there are, how the history of management was, how that worked. Talk about a lot of the industry, and how that was built up, and talk about different marketing tactics. Yeah.
So all of those were just words to me. So you talked about the history of marketing and how to be a good salesman.
So we talked about more so of a broad overall view of how things get marketed, like McDonald's, how that gets marketed, how things like Dairy Queen might get marketed.
How?
They mainly do a lot of marketing through advertisement. They do it all through TV, marketing their products through commercials, even doing it on, they do it on the internet too. If you're on YouTube, they'll have ads for things like YouTube, Facebook. They have all of those there, and then they also do their promotions as well.
So you learned about how commercials make restaurants more popular.
Well, I think not only that, but
what else
overall,
do you talk about in your class? You said business strategies or something. Tell me more about that.
So business strategies essentially is how, basically how you can get it's the background of a business, how you can get just the overall overview of it.
Is it how it works, kind of?
It's basically kind of how it works. It's just
or is it what they're selling is the background?
So what the strategies is is how to market and how to advertise products and stuff.
So you have a whole class on that?
Yeah. And I watch a lot of videos about businesses in other countries and how they do foreign trade.
Oh, tell me about that.
So foreign trade, basically what happens is say different company, different from the U.S., we would do foreign trade to them, or they would do foreign trade to us. So some of their products would get shipped out to us, and then some of it, and then our products that are made there, clothes and stuff, would be done in shops that we pay pennies on the dollar for people to do.
Oh, I took a global studies class, and we learned about that, about how companies like Gap have their industries in Indonesia where they work their workers 36-hour shifts and give them minimum breaks, and they're not even making a percentage of what the what the company is making just from one cell.
Yeah, so my video, mine was they get it's 1 penny per item. So say they made three shirts, they get 3 pennies for it. So basically what they do in say Indonesia, they would get say 30 cents for 30 items that they made, but then we're selling it in a market and say New York or California for $30 or $40 for one of those shirts. So it's high demand, but they get it for so cheap because it's across overseas.
So you're learning about all that and how it works, and are they doing a call to action we should change this, or are you just kind of learning about it just to know it?
It's just a basic overview on what basically other countries make and how advertising and how they advertise as well, but also what companies and stuff how much they can market their product for, and then how much they make it for. So Indonesia, they make a product for 30 cents, but they sell it for $30 in the different country.
What does this have to do with commercials for McDonald's? Or
I think it's overall aspects for how they market, and then the strategies of making it a product in a different area is how they can get it for cheaper. So they outsource it to a different country, and then they bring it in and they sell it for 2 or 3 times as much. That's how they get the product in.
Oh. And is this going to be helpful for what you want to do with your degree?
I think this would be really helpful for what I want to do for my degree, and just shed some light on the global aspect of market and trade. And I think that if I wanted to get into a business that does that, it gives me some grounds to work on. And there are other aspects for that class that I'm learning, about the business of different products. And I think it's a good class. It's a good class.
Yay.